I would have to say that dealing with that league, and I'm not blaming anybody but myself, because I was dumb enough to keep on going back to something that I knew was gonna fucking stab me deep in the heart, and it was Town Beef, Texas. It's not John's fault. It's not Mr. Ryan DePaul's fault. It's Reggie's fault.
Me and Reggie, we met in the 9th grade at Dekaney High School on the football team. I've known him for about, say, 8 years, about 8 years now, because we're in fourth year, senior, in college. Cool dude. He was a real cool dude in high school. Let's see. Played basketball. That's how I really started getting on. We go to his house and we play basketball. Him and everybody else in the neighborhood over there in Willow West. Met a lot of people over there. 11th to 12th grade, came back, and we all started hanging back out again. Me, him, a whole bunch of other people, and that's how we basically started with. Kind of started with, tackle football, no pads, and that's how we started off in around 11th, 10th grade, and when he came back, and we just it was like a religious thing. Like every week we had football practice. Everybody had football practice. Right afterwards we would go to the field, man. Go to the field over there in Willow West, play some football. Me, Reggie, Diop, Turk, Darius, whole bunch of people, a whole bunch of other people. Even the younger people, even like the underclassmen in high school used to come and play. So that's how you got to get to know a whole bunch of people that played football or whatever on the football team over in Dekaney, just Willow West football. Came back after a year or two, and started up Town Beef after he met up with somebody. Town Beef, he started Town Beef down here. Let me get that. Let me say it again for you. Reggie Haynes, not Rosa, not Caesar, not anybody, not Baker, nobody in that that's in Town Beef right now, that's in those meetings or whatever, started Town Beef. It was Reggie Haynes. He met up with somebody in New York. He was doing by this time he was starting his YouTube and his music and his acting career, and he was also doing a little writing too on the side, because he also was a intern at ESPN for a little bit. But like I said the first time, everybody's trying to say Rosa. From what I heard, Rosa is the founder of this. It's not Rosa. It's actually Ryan and some other dude up in up north in New Jersey or New York, whatever. But Reggie hooked up with them when he was doing something for his music or his acting. Came back down here and started Town Beef. Man, shoot, if we could do this, maybe try to make it big, let's do it. And we all hopped on, started playing, and one thing led to another. After Randy and Reggie started promoting it, people started coming, and then one thing led to another.
John brought me into this league knowing that I had the leadership and the skills to turn this into a positive thing, but it backfired on me because John and I didn't realize what type of people we were dealing with in this league. And people to this day, they could get frustrated, they could get mad, but I recently went back to the league And I've seen that nothing has really changed. The egos are still there. Everybody wants credit. In this world, everybody wants fucking credit. And that's exactly what happened with Town Beef, Texas. Everybody wanted credit. Everybody wanted it their way. If it wasn't their way, they would complain. And then, since Reggie's the commissioner, since Reggie's the leader, we're going to go complain to him. And Reggie better fix it. Or either we're going to go back and we're going to talk shit about Reggie. And he's going to be our enemy. And me, I was trying not to be anybody's enemy. I was trying to be on everybody's side. I was trying to be the positive person. But dealing with football and dealing with business and dealing with this league, you can never be that person.
He ended up leaving Team Texans like a week after the season. And I don't really blame him, because people were talking trash in that scrimmage game. And I mean, come on, it's a scrimmage game. How you gonna talk trash? Anyways, people were talking trash about him when he was messing up on like maybe 2, 3, let's say 4, 5 plays, like mix-ups. But don't nobody want to blame themselves. Everybody wants to blame the quarterback. Wide receivers was running the wrong routes, running too slow. They weren't running, and some who dropped a couple passes that hit their hands. I ain't gonna say no names, but I'm just saying. But and then people who can't even play the position want to talk trash, but then want to hop on his dick when he do good, when he throw a nice crispy pass that goes for a touchdown.
Everybody on the sideline, man, this nigga sucks. This nigga sucks, man. Take his ass out. Next play, interception. I forced a fumble, forced a turnover, threw a touchdown, ran a touchdown. Oh man, I love this dude, man. That's my nigga, man. I love Reggie. That's how the world is. I quote a rapper that I really don't like, but he's cool. He made a song. Back then they didn't want me, now I'm hot, they all on me. That's how the world works. You make one small mistake, everybody is off of you. This is the same thing that happened at Back Home. This is the same thing that happened with my parents. Life in general. You make one small mistake, the world hates you. They only see the negative. They're quick to jump on the negative. But you make a glorified move or a glorified play, the whole world loves you again. Doesn't matter how hard they stump on your heart. They can stump the heart out. They can stump the heart completely out of your body. But just to know that you bounced back and you got back on a good foot with them and did what they wanted you to do. They love you again, and that's fucked up to me. We were supposed to be in this world to love no matter what, and we came into this motherfucker looking for negativity and darkness and hatred. And that's why I will never play the game of football again. Or probably any sport. I really keep myself isolated from a lot of people because I don't want to pick up their negligence or their, I'm sorry I said that wrong, or their negative. I don't want to pick up their negativity. I don't want to pick up their ways. I want to be by myself because I feel like my whole life I've been living for everybody else, and now it's time for Reggie to live by himself, alone. And that's all Reggie wants, is alone time. And when Reggie's ready to talk to you, it'll be about something positive. Because if I were to say anything to the people that spit in my face in this league and that did me wrong, it would be fuck you. You might want to shoot me, you might want to kill me. I'm honestly, dude, I am ready to fucking die. I am ready to leave this shitty earth. I promise you. But fuck you. Because you disrespected me all these years. When I didn't join somebody's team, when I left somebody's team, everybody was against Reggie. But if another player did the same thing or made the same move that Reggie did, they don't get as much pressure. I guess it was because a lot of people seen my shit on YouTube. A lot of people seen what I went through. A lot of people seen that I was a nice guy. And they targeted me the most. They knew I wasn't going to really respond in a negative way that made them fear me. But now it's just I don't care no more. And I think that's where a lot of people backed off of me, because they realized that I don't care and I don't give a fuck about their feelings and I don't give a fuck about them. And they realized that I don't fear them anymore. So now they're looking at me as not a primal target. They're looking at me as like, he's a waste of time. He's a waste of my time, because this used to be a guy that I could always make fear me. And now that that whole level has gone, it's no point in fucking with Reggie anymore. And that's what Town Beef was all about to me. And I called John and I messaged him and I told him, I was like, man, I'm sorry for letting you down. And John was like, no, you didn't let me down.
Town Beef, I'm not too certain on where that's gonna head, because everything, they kind of fucked up everything when they everybody's too impatient. They're too impatient. I probably should have been a co-commissioner with Reggie and Randy when he did it, because people they just too impatient in this league. Like, everybody want to be something, but you not. So I mean, it is what it is. It really is.
I'm glad to say, man, John is probably, other than my grandma, the nicest person I've ever met. And for a person that never met me face to face until a year or two later, I would have to say, man, that dude trusted the hell out of me, and I did the same for him. And he sat back and seen everything that I went through this whole town beef process, and he felt sorry for me. And I think that he was more than happy. He was more happy than anybody else to see that I had left and stepped away from the game officially. And like I said, man, I don't have any feelings towards the whole league. The whole league is X'd out of my mind. I have a few friends that still play in the league. Whenever they try to talk about football with me, I ignore it and I move on, or I walk away completely or hang up in their face. I don't want to go back to those dark stages, just like the suicide, the negative things, my aunt dying, my previous deaths in the family. I don't want to go back to that stage. I want to stay afloat, because reminding me of that will bring anger and hatred back into my life, and I don't want that. Nobody needs that, and nobody should have that in their life. Shouldn't have happened in the first place, but it happened. You can't change it. You don't want to bring it back up, point blank period. But if I would have to say the best thing that ever happened, one of the best things that's ever happened to me was when the first day when I talked to John, because it started off being that he was trying to be an ambassador and mold me into being a great commissioner, but he ended up molding me into becoming one of his greatest friends and best friends, and that's what I appreciate most about Town Beef, Texas. It had to be John Daly. The day when I've called him on until now, of us becoming best friends, and you know, him showing me that everything is gonna be all right. Everything's gonna be all right.